on. Can't say there's too much surprising about what we've seen to the moment. I also see former Mad Ant Kadeem Jack in the lineup. They got Tony Mitchell on a cut to the basket right away. And in typical Tony Mitchell style, what did it take him, 5 seconds to get on the board?
Not even. You know what I mean? As we all know all too well, Tony can score in bunches, and there was a perfect example. Yeah, I mean, and that's definitely a luxury that Sioux Falls has, to have a top 10 scorer on your bench that can come in and score in bunches.
Well, and he truly has a scorer's mentality. The Mad Ants fade away by Mitchell, left it short. The rebound to the Mad Ants, Stephen Hicks, who's come into the ball game. Trey McKinney-Jones out of the corner, went deep in the cup, no, and Drew chases it down. So the Mad Ants have also changed some personnel. A 3-ball out of the corner. Boy, Wamu is just stroking it big time. He has 9 points in the first quarter, all threes.
I can flat out shoot the ball. He truly can, and his teammates are doing a great job of finding him and getting him the ball where he needs it.
And a 3-ball out of the corner, Hicks. And everybody in Woodland Hills, California just stood up and cheered. So Stephen Hicks, coming off the Mad Ants bench this evening, cuts the lead back down. It was as high as 9. A jumper, Tony Mitchell with another score. He has 4 coming right off the bench.
I mean, you're going to be able to see just why he's one of our two-way players. So talented.
Kadeem Jack against his former team scores his first 2. Now out front near half court, Trey McKinney-Jones. Also C.J. Fair in the ball game. Jones on a drive, tried to pass it out. It was stolen. Broadcast location here at center court. I also noticed that Jamil, well, let's see who that is. Excuse me, that's a Matt Williams in the ball game. Tony Mitchell hits another basket, and I think Tony wants to light up Fort Wayne without any need for electric power or anything else.
And you know he's familiar with these rims. He's familiar with this building. You definitely want to keep him in check.
Here's a jumper on the way, did not go for Sumner. So Matt Williams now in the ballgame, 3-ball on the way. And Wamu has his 4th of the quarter. Wamu's gone as high as 31, but he only had 6 against the Salt Lake City Stars. He's doubled that in less than a quarter. Mad Ants will hold for a shot. Difference between the clocks about 2 seconds and change. Sumner down the lane, spun it, no. Moore tried to stuff it big time. Mitchell splits his foul shots. And from half court.
Moore, where should we go?
You can find me all over social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram, SBMEXSacks.com.
And one last one for you. What's your professional opinion on these pink uniforms the Ants have tonight?
I'm a pink girl. Check out my shoes. So.
Rocking some hot pink shoes. A terrific look. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight and for all that you've done for the fans as well.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Bill, back to you.
All right, very good. Thanks. And as Sumner answers with a basket to begin the second quarter, a lot of fun to see Shira Eli Gash here this evening. C.J. Fair got loose under the basket, scores a field goal, and brother, the action in this game has been incredible. Sioux Falls had a 39-point first quarter. Mad Ants with a steal, hits a cutting Sumner, and he
contact.
Sumner hits both foul shots for a total now of 9 points in the ball game. So Sumner is coming right in. You knew he was chomping at the bit take it out there and play. Mitchell on a three-pointer. Deep in the cup, it didn't go down. A basket makes it a 6-point game. Sumner drops it to a cutting.
Just wasn't able to kind of hold on to it, Spencer.
Now we also see in the ball game Jalen Bradley. He has the ball. He's seeing his first action of the game. Tony Mitchell, up he goes on another three, and his average. Folks, you may have not seen this prior to the game, but I do have one little story that I will share with you about Tony. Here is Skylar Spencer. Missed the shot. Pryor on a run out. The lead at 11 for Sioux Falls. Jack, three ball, does not go down for Bradley. Hicks, as you may be aware, missed shot by Sumner. And on Mitchell on a drive. Oh, spun it up and in. Talk about crazy ball handling. Whew.
And just Southport, they do a good job in transition of kind of passing the ball. He feels at home. He feels at home. He's feeling good. And the 12 points he has right now is pretty good proof of that as well.
Yeah, I'd say. Dequan Jones on a drive, put it up, Jack blocked it. And he saw Ron Howard's uniform, number 19 up there. And what did he say? Words to the effect, it's wonderful to have helped put that there, something like that. So
they can play down low as well. So it was definitely a luxury of mine to have such a dynamic scorer. I would tell people all the time when we played together, he was truly the most dynamic player in the D League as DJ kind of catches Tony slipping for the backdoor dunk. But he and I were a great duo together. We truly were.
Long three ball, knocks it down. I'll say one thing right now. Sioux Falls is hitting some bombs. Now here's a drive in, did not go down over the corner. Jones pump fake and drive, hits a cutting Hicks going to the back.
As they're shooting 50% from three currently, they're doing a great job of that, and the Manans have to do a better job in transition.
They've taken 12 three-pointers. They average about 41 a game, Ron. So this is not out of character at all. Feet underneath, and Kadeem Jack with a little fake and score. He has a total of 4 against his former team.
And in their half-court sets, they're doing such a good job of not just looking at that first option. Missed a step with Larry Drew on the bench.
The lead now is 15, largest Skyforce lead of the game. How can this team be a 500 team? Mitchell shot up at 15. You look at the horsepower they have.
And I would say it's difficult. It's not easy to just kind of put a team together and just throw them out there and allow them to, and expect them rather to gel like you want them to. And so I think this team is just taking a little time for them to gel. They got Alonzo G a couple games back, kind of understanding, having such a dynamic scorer in Tony Mitchell, and what you kind of understanding his dynamic and how that plays through. And that's the other thing.
Well,
you can have all the pieces, but if your guys aren't willing to put in that work and play the right way every single night, it won't work.
Sioux Falls is over 50 points right now, and we aren't even halfway through the second quarter. They are lightening up. Mitchell, another three. He did not get it. And the rebound taken out of there. Fed ahead, Dequan Jones driving by Mitchell. Missed the shot. Bodies go flying, and Kadeem Jack is there to grab it for the Skyforce. Pryor lets it go. Did not get it. Rebound fought for. The Mad Ants will run it up. Tradeon Hollins. Hicks for three. Hits another one.
Great job in transition. Tradeon's been doing this the entire season. When he comes into the game, he does a great job in transition and kind of getting guys the ball where they can be effective.
It's like to play.
Exactly. Two very deep teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you look at the records, their records are pretty pretty similar also. And so that just kind of goes as
Possession. Jones ends up with a basket for a dozen.
yeah, great job by Walt to not give up on that play. It would have been easy to kind of give up on it, but he didn't give up on it.
Kadeem.
On both ends of the floor, and they haven't let us down at all.
Kadeem Jack hits the three-point play. He has 7. The lead is at 11 for Sioux Falls. Walter Lemon gets the screen from Dequan Jones. Will take the shot. Didn't get it. Mad Ants pound the glass. Did not go. Skylar Spencer was right there. Could not get it to drop. Drew feeds Jack, who dunks it. Total of 9.
And if you see, that's Larry Drew kind of setting the table, kind of spoon feeding these bigs. They're doing a great job of screening and roll because they know Larry Drew's going to give them the ball where they need it. Whether it's a bounce pass, chest pass, one-handed pass, he's so good in the screen and roll.
Dradion Hollins, that's a glass banger. Skyforce will bring it into the forecourt. Jack with a high screen. Drew fed over in the corner. Alonzo G bailed out on a shot. Drew out of the corner, did not get it. So it'll be Lemon in the forecourt. Down the lane, stripped out of his hands. He wanted a foul. Mitchell, G cutting into the corner. Wamu missed on the 3. Then it's tipped in. Tony Mitchell got the basket. He has 16. Now the ball stolen away. And
Played some action with the Clippers in LA this year. Actually averaged about 7.5 points a game in the NBA and came over from their G League affiliate. He right now is probably in the air and could make his Mad Ants debut next time out after he goes through a physical tomorrow.
all right, very good. Tonight's roster report is brought to you by Optimum Sports Performance, the official sports performance partner of the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. Well, each team had a shot at the basket, and now can 2. He's in double figures with 11. He's already over his average. He is a 9-point quarter going, Ron.
Sioux Falls doing just a great job defensively. I mean, when you drive to the basket, Jack is swatting everything, and then they're running out in transition, getting the guys the ball exactly with.
Want to slow it down and try to discipline the game a little more.
And I would say for the Mad Ants, as we've talked about all season long, when they're able to get stops and get in transition, that's when we're at our best. But the problem is we haven't been able to get stops and get in transition because Sioux Falls is seeming to beat us at our own game. And so if you're the Mad Ants, you have to get stops, just like we just did here. But Sioux Falls did a great job of getting back in transition and kind of negating any quick opportunities we would have.
Utah for Larry Drew defending. That's a mismatch. Put it up. Alonzo G came over to help out, forced the bad shot. G gets it under the basket and scores at the other end.
Tough defense by Larry Drew. A couple plays before, he told the bench and the coaches he doesn't need any help when being posted up. And right there, he proved why he didn't need any help. And then Alonzo G definitely came over to give some support, as he should have. But great fight from Larry Drew III down in the post.
Moore lost it on a pass out. G Drew out front. Both of these teams are playing a positionless style. Drew.
Second guy that was helping to get the steal, and then they're kicking the ball ahead and making great passes. They've done such a great job of getting Ike going. You know, Ike's in here. He has 12 points already, all 3-point field goals, and they all come in transition.
The Mad Ants, the ball fed underneath. Utah turns, drives.
Hip check there. But they're swarming defensively. And then once they get the ball on offense, they're sprinting out, running, trying to get easy baskets. And when they've been in the half court, they've run great sets, as we see, right on cue. A great offensive set in the half court and getting your best shooter, Ike, another wide open shot.
That's a 30-footer that he put down. That was a long way out there. Now on a drive, 2-pointer, Walter Lemon has a total of 5 in the ball game. The Mad Ants are going to need some huge efforts here. Sioux Falls have built the lead up to 20. It's at 18 right now. getting jacked. Utah defending. Wamu, that is over a 30-footer.
Wow.
And he was closely guarded.
But this is what happens when you allow a guy to get a rhythm and to start feeling good. The basket opens up for him. And so for Ike, that wasn't a tough shot at all. he pulled up and shot that shot as DJ makes a tough shot over Tony Mitchell. But Ike he shot that shot as if it were a free throw. He wasn't worried at all. And that's what happens from the field. That's just a recipe for disaster, especially when the man ends up shooting 38% from 3 and 36 from 2.
Here is a drive down the lane, and Walt Lemon scores again. He's taking it right to the basket. Well, with a situation like Wamu, he's hitting everything he's throwing up there. Drew a 30-footer. They are throwing up 30-footers and scoring on them. Hicks, pump fake.
I mean, Drew just felt good. He said, why don't I try one?
Ball right up in his nose,
right,
into the hands of G, and G put it up and in. G with 8, and Sioux Falls is pressing all the right. Hammonds in there, and Hammonds is right back to his dunk game again.
I mean, just right out of halftime, they come and run a great half-court set. Jared tried to front Hammonds in the post, and anytime you front a guy, you have to have someone behind. As DJ was able to kind of fumble the ball a little bit and finally put it in, but Sioux Falls just did a great job of getting the big fella Hammonds the ball where he needed, and he may have all dunks tonight.
Here is Drew underneath. He caught the bottom of the basket support as he tried to go ahead, and at the other end, Lemon puts it up and in. He has a total of 9, and the Mad Ants are starting to make a move here. They trail by 17. So they have a way to go. Outlet pass stolen away. Lemon driving on Drew. And second foul shot is good. Lemon with 11. We will have Brian Levy joining us in a while. Little shot thrown up there did not go for Pryor. Hammonds got the rebound, and Hammonds has a dozen, and Hammonds is looking like an all-star out there. Utah on a 3-ball, no, a tip, no, and the rebound to Drew. Well, I'll tell you right now, the Sioux Falls Skyforce look like they are playing with nothing but all-stars out there. Drew hits the shot, and Drew has a total of 8. Very impressive. Now, it was Walter Lemon missed the shot, the rebound to Ben Moore. He gets it downstairs. Sorry, I couldn't resist it. Second one goes in. I've been waiting all evening for that, and I finally got rid of it. Tui. 4 points for Ben Moore. 78-61, Drew on a lob play. Hammonds was the target.
To continue to keep this defensive pressure going. You can't allow things to be easy for Sioux Falls at all.
Drew through the give me. Drew looking, they get it into Hammonds, who is covered by Walt Lemon. Deep in the corner, Drew a 3-ball, no, and the rebound for Wayne. A basket will cut it down to 15. Out of the corner, Stephen Hicks, long on the shot. And I was looking over the roster and a few things I know from Sioux Falls through the year. And I'm looking at this roster, and I know a lot of these personnel as you do, and they're fantastic players.
They truly are.
Here is Hammonds underneath, and Hammonds is going on a rampage. He's 1 point away from a season and career high, and we're only 3 minutes into the second half.
As you said, he's looking like an all-star right now.
Lemon, yeah, he sure have shot here. They were above 60% in the first half. Utah at the medium post, he's murdering there. Oh, if he catches it in there, that's trouble. Utah in double figures. He is particularly tough if he can step maybe 1 or a step and a half off the block. Missed shot, the Man Ants have it back.
And if you're the Mad Ants, you want those type of shots. You want Pryor shooting that tough shot where you've got no kind of rhythm. Nobody can kind of rebound the basketball.
Committed the offensive foul. Ball goes over. The lead is at 17 for Sioux Falls. Wamu to Hammonds, back to Wamu, under the basket. His first non-three-pointer.
And that's just a great example of how well they're playing as a team. Wamu drives to the basket, kicks it back to the big fella Hammond. Hammond with a great almost touch pass right back to him for a layup.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Coach Nevada Smith, you have to be like, you're going to use this tape to tell these guys, look at what we can do. Look at what we're capable of.
Speed ball game.
You're right. You're right. And that time it seems like Ike kind of got ahead of himself a little bit, kind of feeling too good offensively, tried to kind of drive the basket and kind of make a one-hand pass back the other way.
Dequan Jones, wide left. Hammonds with a sweeping rebound, tipped it over to Drew. Wamu, pump fake. Hammonds, a long two, glass banger. Mad Ants will run it out. Dequan Jones goes by Pryor, no. A tip there, no, but Hicks. Hicks had two chances at it. Stephen Hicks has 12 points in the ball game. Drew on a drive, got it.
And Coach Nevada Smith is trying to figure out why that's not a foul.
Lemon in the forecourt.
You know, hopefully we can get back in here.
Yeah, you know, this is one of the great rivalries in sports, and in the G League most certainly. We've seen so many great battles. Hicks with about an 8-footer, did not get it, and G will run it out. Mad Ants trail at this point by 19, but this is pro basketball, keep in mind. Pryor. Wamu, see if he tries to enter.
30 points in each quarter and expect to be in the game. You know, dating back to the Delaware game, this is 5 straight quarters of allowing at least 30 points. We've got to decide that we want to defend, or else it's going to continue to be like this.
Drew, G, Mad Ants get 2 men on the ball right there. They got a double team. Now on a run out, Ben Moore, the length of the floor.
Yeah, got to beat A.J. Hammonds down the floor. He's been, you know, he's been a presence inside, and our guys are kind of shying away from going at him. So it's good to get some buckets when he's not back on defense yet.
Mentalities you're going to find with any player. You really have to batten down the hatches defensively.
Especially when he makes the first couple buckets. It just seems like it opens the floodgates for guys like that.
Here's a drive. Nice feed there. TMJ. Trey McKinney-Jones with his first 2 of the ball game. And the Mad Ants pull back at 15. Tony Mitchell, and you're going to have Trey McKinney-Jones on him initially. Mitchell out of the corner, hits. Was that a 3 or a 2? I believe that was a 2. So we'll give Mitchell 18 on that. The drive, Walter Lemon, no, and a follow there by Ben Moore. That's how you get a 2-way contract.
Yeah, Ben always plays with energy and, you know, plays the right way, defends, protects the glass, wants to make the right read, the right pass. He's a nice player, and he's a good kid.
Drew on a 3-pointer. Larry Drew now has 12, and that lead is up to 18. Boy, the Skyforce have been rough tonight. 3-ball by Hicks. He shot in a long one. That was as long as several of Wamu's shots in the first half.
Yeah, unfortunately, you got to back that up with a stop.
Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Phil Hazen, Mad Ants general manager Brian Levy. Wamu and his pocketbot got picked by. Boy, those quick hands of TMJ, we have seen it so long. And Utah scores a basket at the other end. Is some of this just a matter of not getting back fast enough, Brian?
I think they're doing a great job exploring off the pick and roll, and they're sucking us in because they're getting good drop-offs to A.J. Hammonds and Kadeem Jack, and that opens up the passing lanes for the three-point line. So it's just a matter of the original ball screen, and things will get a little bit better.
Uthoff and Mitchell have both had three-pointers. Here is Mitchell. The man who's on him is Tradeon Hollins. He managed to sneak in there and get a basket. He now has 23 points in the ball game, and TMJ scores at the other end. He has 4. Would you be inclined in a situation like this to think about pressure defense? Jack under the basket, he got loose.
Defenses, and you got to be aggressive because otherwise you're not going to get back in this. But at the same time, if a guy beats you for a layup, you can't foul him too and add the free throw on top of it. So got to be smart, got to make the right play, got to make the smart play.
Uthoff now has 17. You mentioned Kadeem Jack, of course. He was with the Mad Ants during his rookie year. And boy, what a player he has shown. Is that a 3-ball?
They're going to review it.
Okay. We'll give him a 3 initially, and then we'll take a look. Uthoff with the...
You had some teams like, remember Reno a couple years ago, they were intentionally fouling to get the last shot of the quarter. So there's some teams doing some different things with that
Mitchell overshot at Kadeem Jack, got the rebound and put it in, and Kadeem Jack has 15. His season high is 20, and he's 3/4 of the way there. Now the difference between the clocks is 2 seconds and change. The drive into the corner, 3-ball. DeQuan Jones, no. A tip by Hicks, didn't go. And the third quarter.
I'm sure you got it right already.
I called it a 3. The results were inconclusive
it was
on
a 3.
the replay.
Hey, it was a 3.
So
give yourself credit.
It
It was a 3. Come on now.
I wasn't sure. The Mad Ants have gotten it all the way back. His 4th, team's first. Now Uthoff did not connect on it. The ball goes over. Here comes the Skyforce into the forecourt. Bradley on a drive. Out front, Pryor with it. 2 dribbles and a handoff to Tony Mitchell. And picking him up is Tradeon Hollins. They reverse it. Bradley went up for it. It was blocked. A fantastic block there by Hollins.
By the little big man.
I'll say Hicks for 3. He hits another one. Hicks has 18 points. Wow. Boy, Hicks has had a big night. In the corner, Williams on a 3. Hit the side of the backboard now. Those shots that were going in earlier are not going in, but that one went in. Is on a rampage out there. He has 20. Oh, my goodness. Here is number 26 right here, and he gets it. Tony Mitchell, part of the Mad Ants Championship Ball Club of a couple of years ago. Hicks missed on a 3. Uthoff tried to keep it alive. Not sure, they didn't rule. I believe the foul was on Mitchell, and a drive by Hicks. And Hicks with a season high 22. Right there. Mitchell on a drive, hands it off. Pryor scores on the down ball. He has 7. Single-digit lead. Hollins for 3. Did not get it on the rebound of Pryor. Into the forecourt. Pryor got the feedback from Bradley. Pryor didn't get it. The rebound to Trey McKinney-Jones. Out of the corner, Hicks on a pump fake. Utah for three.
Great pass. Steph on the baseline, able to make that great pass, put the ball on the string, and Jared did a great job of being in the corner for him.
Jack on a backdoor cut. Gets two of those back. Jack now has 17. And as Hicks drives the...
But it kind of, whatever needs to be done, he's able to do it. Tonight it's scoring, and he's scoring the ball in bunches. And there he made a great play.
Hollins deep in the paint. Tried the rookie with the quick hands. Second one is good. Hollins is on the board with two. We have a, would you believe it, a 6-point ball game. The Mad Ants trail by 21. And it all started when Brian Levy sat down right next to you here, Ron.
That's what it is. So maybe this is my would have caused that. So
yeah,
I didn't catch it either.
Sioux Falls with a 3-point lead. Drew down the lane into a double team.
Got Jared in a bad position. He was okay just standing there, but the Euro step by Larry Drew helped him pick up that foul.
Well, the second shot was missed, but Sioux Falls got the ball back. Drew hits a cutting Mitchell, missed the shot. Utah stayed on him. Now the Mad Ants bring it up trailing by 4. Ben Moore, good feed to Trey McKinney.
They have the crowd involved, and now they're getting those plays.
TMJ makes it a 1-point ball game. Larry Drew is playing with 5 fouls. Keep that in mind. We're down to 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 1 point. Skyforce lead at 1 point. They led by 22. Here's a lob. Kadeem Jack, spoon-fed. 25 points. Larry Drew with a sensational pass. 120 to 117. Utah forced off the block.
Out the game. Kind of want to play it safe with him having those 5 fouls.
Well, they don't really have a lead guard in there right now. Jack overshot it. The rebound, Mad Ants. In the forecourt. Here's a drive, up and in, Walter Lemon. It's a 1-point ball game again. Lemon has 15. Wamu down the lane, jump hook, left it short. If he had shot it from 30 feet away, it would have gone in. But on a hook shot from 3 feet, no chance. Lemon on a drive, thumps back, and defied anybody to stop him. 121 to 120. Mitchell, TMJ is on him. He dribbles into a double team. Kadeem Jack driving. It was 72-53 at half. He missed them both. We're still tied.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Jared miss 2 free throws.
Yeah.
At all.
Here's Jack down the lane. And Kadeem Jack breaks the tie. Kadeem Jack has 28 points. Every point is a new career high for the Rutgers product. And Walter Lemon scores again. He has 19. Ties it again. 3 minutes to go. Drew is back in. Man open from the corner, no. For G. Now run. What do you like to run right here? Ball, he's staying there.
He's going to zip rub to get the ball here.
You called that one. Now a basket puts Fort Wayne ahead. Lemon, what a move! Lemonade! Lemon with 21. 10 points there in the fourth quarter.
Ike with a great answer back, but right now the Skyforce defense is just really not intact right now.
Now, yeah.
And then there's no help. They gotta have help side as well to help on that drive.
Mentioned Drew has 5. Those two, Rodney Pryor has 5. They have 3 players with 5 fouls going down the stretch. This is one of them. Drew backdoor cut. Mitchell gets it in the basket. Tony Mitchell has 29. 2 minutes to go. Skyforce by a point. 128 to 127. Trey McKinney-Jones sets the screen. They have an isolation. Lemon driving
to steal that ball, but you do like his aggressiveness on defense.
Lemon now with 24, and we go down the stretch. We're tied again. The Mad Ants have missed some foul shots here in the fourth quarter. Otherwise, they would lead right now. Mitchell, a hook pass to Kadeem Jack. Back to Mitchell. Drives the baseline. A cutter. He missed the shot. Fort Wayne has the rebound. They can take the lead with a basket.
Great defensive play from Steph Hicks. Just being there, kind of messing up the rhythm with Alonzo G, making sure he didn't get an easy layup. And then we got the ball back in Walt Lemon's hands.
Lemon bails out on a three. 4 seconds to shoot. Trey McKinney-Jones for the lead. No, Hicks kept it alive. Lemon, unbelievable shot. Lemon with 26, and Hicks is the man who kept it alive. And
It really was.
In the pressure of a ball game.
And they don't have their point guard in the basketball game.
He's fouled out.
That was something big for the Mad Ants when Larry Drew went out with his 6th foul.
Trey McKinney-Jones on a drive, tried to go up for the shot. Ben Moore guards the trigger man. They lob it in. Tony Mitchell, Trey McKinney-Jones on him. Mitchell driving, goes up and score. Tony Mitchell with 31. He is approaching his season high of 33. I remember when Tony Mitchell got 47 in here. You were on the floor that night. I remember it distinctly. Now the difference between the clocks is about 1 second. Mad Ants have it. Moore feeds it over. Trey McKinney is really big. And he did not get it. The Utah will try to block the pass in. Did they get it in here as a lob? A backdoor off the glass. No, it's over. The Mad Ants. Here we go. Utah on the passer. Are they going to be able to get in? And Pryor with a 3 ball. He did not get it.